Imagine walking to work every morning. Same street, same coffee shop, same routine. But somewhere above you, perched on a wire, a crow is watching. Not just watching, remembering your face, your walk, whether you have been kind or whether you once shooed it away. Scientists discovered something extraordinary. Crows don't just recognize human faces, they remember them for years. And they tell their friends. This is not a myth. This is peer-reviewed science. And it changes how we think about animal intelligence forever.
Crows belong to the Corvid family, alongside ravens, jays, and magpies. For decades, scientists assumed that advanced cognitive abilities required a large prefrontal cortex, the region humans rely on for complex thinking. Crows don't have one. But in 2020, researchers at the University of Tübingen made a stunning discovery. Crows possess neurons in their pallium, a different brain region, that fire in ways virtually identical to human conscious thought. They experience something. They process. They plan. They remember. A crow's brain is the size of a walnut, yet pound for pound, it may be among the most cognitively dense structures in the animal kingdom. In 2008, Dr. John Marsluff at the University of Washington ran one of the most remarkable experiments in animal cognition. His team wore specific rubber masks while trapping and banding wild crows on campus, a process the birds clearly found distressing. The dangerous mask, a caveman face. The neutral mask, Dick Cheney, the former vice president. After release, researchers walked the same campus paths wearing the masks, but this time did nothing threatening. The crows didn't forget. Birds that had been trapped dove, scolded, and mobbed the dangerous caveman mask again and again. The neutral mask walked in peace.
But here's where it gets extraordinary. Over the following years, the number of crows reacting to the dangerous mask increased, even though those birds had never been trapped themselves. The crows were teaching each other, passing down the warning like a cultural memory. After 5 years, 47 out of 53 crows scolded the dangerous mask. And many of those birds weren't even alive during the original trap. How does a brain the size of a walnut accomplish this? Scientists believe crows process faces using a combination of spatial memory, emotional tagging, and social learning, a system remarkably parallel to how humans recognize and remember people.
When a crow encounters a human, it doesn't just see a face. It assigns an emotional value. Threat. Neutral. Ally. This value gets stored and shared. Researchers found that crow scolding calls are actually information-rich signals. Other crows listen and update their own threat assessments, building a shared, community-wide database of human behavior. Think about that. A species with no language, as we understand it, has developed a form of collective memory, cultural transmission of learned information across generations.
The science is compelling enough, but the real-world stories make it undeniable. Gabby Mann, a young girl from Seattle, began feeding crows near her home. Within months, the birds began leaving her gifts: buttons, shiny beads, a small piece of metal stamped "Best." Not random objects, objects with light, with texture, things they seemed to know would matter to her. In Japan, crows near Sendai City learned to place walnuts on crosswalks, waiting for cars to crack the shells, then retrieving the nuts when the light turned red. Tool use, traffic pattern recognition, patience, and perhaps most hauntingly, researchers who were kind to crows over long periods reported being escorted by the birds, crows that seemed to appear whenever those specific humans were present, as if keeping watch over a trusted ally. What does it mean that another species watches us, judges us, and remembers? For centuries, we have defined human uniqueness by our intelligence, our memory, our social bonds. Crows are quietly checking every box. They hold funerals, gathering around their dead in what appears to be a ritual of risk assessment and grief. They plan for the future, hiding food for seasons ahead. They recognize themselves in mirrors, and they remember your face. Dr. Marsloff puts it simply: if you want to understand how we think, look at the animals closest to us cognitively, and sometimes they have feathers. The crow on the wire is not just watching you, it is placing you in a social map, assigning you a role in its world, just as you might assign one to a neighbor or a stranger. We are not alone in our awareness. We never were. Next time you walk past a crow, look at it, because it's already looked at you, and it won't forget.